Hello and welcome back to my 12 bakes of Christmas. I hope you've been enjoying all of them so far. Now you might have noticed by now that I am partial to a great Christmas jumper, and this recipe video is an homage, an edible homage to the humble Christmas jumper. I'm going to show you guys how to decorate your cookies to look like them. So it's Christmas jumper time. Now I've already made my cookies. I just used my Christmas spiced cookie recipe, and the link for that recipe is on the screen now. But you can use whatever your favourite rollout cookie is, and they should all work just fine. And with some of them I've even poked holes in before I bake them, so I just used a little small round cutter to put a hole in, and that way I can make these Christmas decorations. But to start with, I'm going to make some royal icing, and royal icing is what I'm going to use to decorate them. It's really good stuff, it sets really hard and you can get really vibrant colours on. And I'm going to start with 400 grams of icing sugar, which is already sifted. And the next ingredient is powdered egg whites. I've got 15 grams of that. This is really important because it makes the icing set really hard. And lastly, in my little jug, I have 4 tablespoons of water, and I'm going to get this going and pour it in slowly because I don't want to add too much or too little. So I'm putting all my water in, and then I'm going to get it up to speed, to about a medium speed, and give this about 5 minutes whisking. And what I need the consistency to be like is kind of runny but holding its shape so that I can pipe it out of a piping bag. Okay, it's ready, and this is the perfect consistency for all kinds of piping and spreading. When I put it in my piping bags and colour it, I'll probably add a little bit more water just to loosen it up so that it's a bit runnier for my cookies, but this is a really good starting point. But for now, I'm going to put it into an airtight container because this stuff dries really quickly and then you'll end up with like nuggety, crusty bits. Now, because of the technique that I'm going to be using, I'm going to loosen up my royal icing with a little bit more water, and you'll see why once I start decorating. But for now, I'm going to start with the white and just add a little drop or two just to get it to the right consistency. So now I'm going to put that into a piping bag and get on with mixing the rest of my colours. I've got all my icing in my bags ready to go. And before I start, I like to have a few things nearby. Cocktail sticks are really, really useful, and I'm going to be using these to push the icing around the cookie, and also kitchen towel or paper towel. And I'm going to use that to clean my the ends of my piping bags and my cocktail stick when I'm using, so everything's neat and tidy. But for now, I'm going to start by snipping the end of my piping bag off just to reveal a hole which is about 2 millimeters in diameter. Now I need my cookies, and I'm going to begin by piping an outline around the whole of my jumper shape. While my outline's still wet, I'm going to fill the gaps in between. Now, as you can see, I've done this fairly roughly because now I'm going to use a toothpick just to fill the gaps and spread it all around. Once your cookie is completely filled, grab your white, and starting at the top, I'm going to make some polka dots. As you can see, I don't have any nozzles in my piping bags. You can use them if you want, but it works just as well without them. And while it's still wet, using a pointy end of a toothpick, drag it through the dots, cleaning it on a bit of kitchen towel in between each one and going in different directions for each row of dots. And now that you know how to do that technique, you can use this for loads of different patterns, so just experiment. So as you can see, once you have that technique down, there's loads of different patterns you can create. I've done a few here. They look really, really cool and Christmassy. And with the ones that have holes in, I've put ribbon through them, and now I can hang them on my tree. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I would love to see your design. So please tag me using hashtag CupcakeJemma on Instagram and Twitter. I'll be back on Saturday with a chocolate Christmas trifle, so I will see you then.